One of the best stadiums in football. Welcome, everyone, to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a battle here in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Felton here to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
You know, Kate, that injury robbed us all of what looked like a promising rookie season through the preseason where this kid was on fire. But he's still got a year of learning from head coach Kevin O'Connell. Maybe more importantly, watching Sam Darnold's magical season. Now the ball's in his hands.
Motion man right is Jefferson. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on first down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off play action, it's McCarthy. Rolling left, buying some time. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. Absolutely fires this one right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Jones will take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Jacob Sailors now to return it. he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Vikings sending out nickel coverage here on 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. That's complete to Sloan. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
The Lions, 1st down. A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Motioning Williams left. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Running it with David Montgomery. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions start off well to tie things 7-7. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Felton now to return this. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. This gets forward to around the 29. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
A gain of 2.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
That's caught. This is Addison. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
And the Vikings first downs. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
As a man, Justin Jefferson. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Completed right side to Addison. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. They'll run the draw with Jones. Not much doing up the middle there, so he bounced it outside, earned him about 4 on that carry. About 4 yards for him on that run. More distance than that left, though, on 3rd and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
3rd and goal for McCarthy. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings break the tie here in the 1st. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
14, Lions 7.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
Sailors now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Cool thing about a drive starting runs like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. The toss play, Montgomery. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Goff now on 3rd down. It's on target to Williams. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. Shoots away from one. And this is brought to a stop at the 34-yard line there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action, McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Complete to Jalen Naylor. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to work it ahead for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Following the play, one of the Vikings in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Third and long for him here. He has all day back there. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on fourth. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. They send St. Brown in motion left. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Goff to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
The Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions trim the lead to 1. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Kate, to put this first quarter in perspective a little bit, add a little context. You know what the single-season rushing touchdown record is? 28. 28 in 17 games. Well, LT did in 16 back in the day, but he's got 2 already here in the first quarter.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Miles Price. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. We played one here on Christmas Day. We're all knotted up at 14. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. we're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Jones. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
At the 27-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. Collects this at the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. They go play action with Goff. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's good for a Lions 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Lions.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Now at midfield after that loss. Here's 2nd and long. Now gone. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That one complete to St. Brown. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Gibbs now from the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a second quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. It didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll give up the middle to Jones. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing their homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw 3rd and long. That one's caught by Jefferson. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. McCarthy throwing here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And it sets up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact if you couldn't do it. As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. The tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. And the Lions are there to bring him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 6.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Here's McCarthy to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And this drive has come to a screeching halt. 3 straight sacks. That brings up 4th down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
On again comes Ryan Rice for another punt. Raymond on the return. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Design quarterback run here. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Well, what a a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there. So we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. The Lions readying for the punt. That's Miles Price back deep for the Vikings. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Here's a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Lions have recovered it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do ever is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. To the right, he's got to Sloan. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Here's a design run. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow their lead off the turnover. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings now set to take the field. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Over the middle and gobbled up by Addison. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Motion man sent left. Now McCarthy. Another one to Addison. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Short pass brought in, and he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Jordan Addison. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Play action, McCarthy. Oh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Running a screen now for Jones. He dodged the tackle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More coming your way from US Bank Stadium after this. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Another throw here for McCarthy. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
At the 5-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Lions have recovered it.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, and then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Escapes the defender. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. But it looked like the Lions were able to fall on it, so possession stays with them. He was looking for his back to Gibbs there. And that makes it 2nd and long. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our 3rd quarter gets underway. Here's Reichard set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Vikings.
Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Lions take over.
Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the 2nd half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
23 yards. That's good for a Lions 1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Lions 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Goff setting to throw. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing again. Here's Goff. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
It's Gibbs on the carry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Price. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's going to push one deep down the right. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. McCarthy throwing here. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's going for it himself. Into the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. Space on the right. He's got room. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
42, Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. This is Jones. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Third down, they need 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Goff. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip.
That is so difficult to do with so much traffic. You're going to see a short pass gets tipped, and you really don't have much time other than to just react and make the catch. Exactly what he does.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Looking to throw. Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to sneak here. Goff. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
1st down from the 42. Running it with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Byron Murphy on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
51 yards, the gain on the play. And the Lions 1st down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead.
Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Incomplete.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And the Lions are there to bring him down. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Jukes away from one. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Off to the air now. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good. For the Lions, 1st down. A gain of 15.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Now Gibbs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Gone. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Big strike here to Williams. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions continue adding on to that lead.
Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Vikings take over.
The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. McCarthy to throw it. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Well, Dan Campbell never shy when he disagrees with a call, and he's thrown the red flag here.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So Dan Campbell thought that he had something, but the challenge doesn't go as planned. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got it downfield near the edge. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know,
well, Dan Campbell never shy when he disagrees with a call, and he's thrown the red flag here.
The previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Straight ahead they go with Jones. He dodged the tackle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll motion the slot man right. To the air on 3rd and long. That one's caught by Jefferson. And it won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Vikings continuing to fight at least. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings cut into the lead by another point.
Vikings 21.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Escapes a defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. He'll try and run this.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Throw here, 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That's a pickup of 9. And the Lions have a 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They go play action with Goff. Yet another grab for St. Brown. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. It's Lions football, and Brock, they have got to be happy about the great lead they've built. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action here with Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. Shoots away from one. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 13-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Brought in. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now trying to run for it with Montgomery. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They'll go for it. Goff. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions are running them out of the building. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions tack on 7 more to their lead.
63. Vikings 21.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Price. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. Running a screen now for Jones. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. All the time in the world. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now they have 3rd and short.
Give all the credit to the coverage on that one. Even with plenty of time to throw, they never gave him a lane to complete it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
On now comes their punter. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with Gibbs. Has good room at the 35. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Going to the ground again on first. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
This is Gibbs on second down. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Goff on third. Yet another ground for Williams. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Give him 24 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's Goff on first and 10. Laporta with the grab. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Vikings' 23-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
22-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up third and 3.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing third and 3. Out of the shotgun. Goff. It's on target to Williams. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Out of bounds down at the 9-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. They'll toss it to Gibbs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Goff now on 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. He dodged the tackle. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. On play action now, McCarthy. He keeps it and takes off.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
49-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. All the left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Addison going to motion over left. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Dumped off to his running back. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Vikings are going to have a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down...
Lost control of another one. He scoops up his own fumble. All right, so in the end, it's a play for no gain, Brock, although he did have plenty of excitement along the way.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He's got Jones for the completion. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Point after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings take 7 points off the deficit.
Vikings 28.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
Sailors now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looks pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another one for Gibbs. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Lions put this one away a long time ago. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. Escapes a defender. Notches another stop. And he has this down to the 34. That one hits for 30. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
No gain on the
So
play.
close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second
line.
sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Yet another grab for St. Brown. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. So the Lions get the win on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.